Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your weekly forecast. This is from 19th of April, Sunday, till 25th of April, 2026. And welcome to my channel. My name is Raisa Lima. I'm an astrologer using Western Tropical Zodiac and the whole house sign system. So I recommend that you start by watching your rising sign, then your sun, then your moon. Why? Because I pulled the chart and I put your sign, Pisces, at 0 degrees in the ascendant. So the house will make more sense for the rising sign as we go through the transits. Let me start by sharing my screen with you guys. And we're gonna dive in. So there's a lot going on. This week, Pisces, with all this Aries energy on your second house. Also, hope you can see. Yep. Your ruler, Neptune, is gonna be doing some aspects with the sun and other with the moon. I think with the moon. Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. Okay. So let's start. I set my chart to the 19 and 9 a.m. in Dubai time. As I'm recording this video from Dubai, this is where I live. And we are UTC +4. So make the mathematics, whatever you are, in this planet. When I say the approximate hours, be mindful as well. When we talk about the moon moves 1 degree more or less every 2 hours. So the aspect might be stronger at a certain point, but it always starts, the energy starts building up, it goes to its peaks and goes down. So let's go, let's see what's in there for you. So the day, Sunday, starts quite soft, but it doesn't end this way because we have Mars. Push my computer away a little bit. Okay. We have Mars conjuncting Saturn, and this is an energy that will be going on throughout the week. It's an opening of a new cycle for you. There's a lot regarding money and also something with your community or since Saturn is the ruler of your 11th house, yeah, collective endeavors or humanitarian ideals as well. So there is a chance to open something that will build in within the next 2 years in your house of community, okay, social life and all of that. So what I was going to say, a Mars conjuncting Aries, it's a discipline energy. Something here is asking for commitment, for effort, and for to have a clear boundary as well. And on the same day, we have here the moon on the same day in the morning, okay, in Dubai. When we start the day, when you wake up, the moon will be conjuncting Venus. This is beautiful. You start the day feeling very grounded, very sensual, emotionally steady as well, craving peace and comfort. And yeah, so it's a good start of the day. Then we have the sun at 29 degrees on your second house, semi-sextile in Uranus. That can bring some surprises regarding money, resources, material security, but also surprises with one of your siblings, or just unexpected messages from someone unexpected. Yeah, some surprises here. But okay, as you can see, there's a lot going on for you on your second house. about money. It's a month that is charged, that you're very focused on your possessions and also your self-esteem, by the way. The second house is values in general, but can be self-value, how you value yourself. Moving to Monday, there is a bit of a shift in energy as the sun leaves Aries and now we enter the season of Taurus. And it's a lot more about stability, money, self-worth, um, things that you're gonna start to build long term. Okay, so no more rushing. It's more about we enter a season of consistency and patience and results as well that will last. The sun will be on your third house, so it's all about your mind, the way you think, you write, you speak, or selling, advertising, publishing, learning. Third house is also the neighborhood where you live, integration with your siblings. Those are all themes for the third house, where the sun will be shining for the next month. We have the moon in Gemini as well, the moon shift to Gemini, and it will be trining. First, it will do a trine to Pluto in Aquarius on your 12th house. And then, but that's very early in the morning, and then it will sextile this trio here, Mercury, Neptune, and Mercury, Saturn, and Mars in your second house. Oops. So pay attention. There is a little storyline that's on Monday. Okay, Monday and Tuesday have a similar energy, but then Wednesday has a complete opposite energy. I'm gonna tell you. So on Monday starts the day with a little bit of a mental power, in something in your subconscious mind, conversations, realizations, maybe internally, yeah, the need of changing, of transforming something, and or to let go of something. It could be related to your fourth house, it's something in your family, someone in your family, in your roots, at home. And then the moon sextiling. This is what I wanted to talk about, those three. It's a moment where your thoughts, structure, and actions are lined up, and the moon is activating all of that. So you're able to think clearly, to decide quickly, and to act efficiently. And it's all about values and valuables and material security, your possession, and your self-esteem. So this is very nice, very, very nice. It's a grounded new chapter that begins here, with a sharp, focused mind, ready to make smart moves, honestly. So on Tuesday, the energy is quite similar. Let me remove the moon as focus, because we still have here the trio together, yeah, Neptune, Mars, and now Mercury passing all of them. So it's laser focused communication, and decisions are fast. So maybe something that you were thinking about building, you had some ideas on Monday, you want to do something. On Tuesday, you say, okay, let's go. It's time to sign that contract, to open that business, or you have the clarity that you needed. Now we have here nothing major on this day. Let's move to Wednesday, 22nd. Yeah, now it's interesting. This day there is a lot going on. Okay. So first of all, Wednesday is a day I'm gonna say not to take big decisions. All right. We have the moon shifting to Cancer. Pisces, you are water sign, the moon is making a favorable, like a trine to your ascendant, to your first house. So for you, as a Pisces rising, the moon in Cancer can be very intuitive and very can feel stronger than for other signs, for instance. So it's in your fifth house, which is a good thing because it's about pleasure, it's about fun, romance, it's the house of children. The moon in Cancer is feeling it's the feeling of being home, it's nourishment. But then very early in the morning, the moon will do a series of square, okay? Not only that, we also have, so I'm going to talk about that, but let me talk first about the sun doing a semi-square to your ruler, to Neptune. And it's a good alignment, yes, between your third and your second house. But there's a subtle haze over everything, I would say. You remember on Monday, on Tuesday, you had a thought, you saw things clearly, you could structure it, you wanted to act on something, on building something, something new. On Wednesday, you might step back and say, not sure, maybe Neptune here with the sun might bring a little bit of fog. You might feel slightly lost, okay? Grounded, yeah, but unsure. So don't take any action on Wednesday. And that's okay. This will go away. Then the moon, which I was going to say, will start doing a series of squares. Okay. So first it's gonna be to Neptune, then to Saturn, then it's just it's a lot to Mars, and then finally to Mercury. Um, so emotions here can feel overwhelmed, reactive, misunderstood, or too much, just too much. It's not a day to push, as I said, it's a day that you should protect your energy. The beauty, or the good thing about this day, I would say, is by the end of the day, the moon will be sextiling series here in your third house. So that's a soft landing with when comfortable. Comfort is available again. Um, it's grounding, it's nourishment, and maybe even through food or rest or being around what feels safe in your neighborhood. Maybe you want to visit your neighbors, or you're going to go to that restaurant that you always go and have a nice meal, or being with your brother or sister and talk to them if they're at distance, but invite them over and have a nice meal at home. That's the energy in the evening. So Wednesday, a lot of emotional waves throughout the day, but followed by a quiet return to yourself in the evening. All right. Let's move to Thursday. Now on Thursday, what do we have? Moon, that's at 9 a.m. So a little bit before that, it's going to be around 3 a.m. At its perfection, around 3 a.m. in the morning here in Dubai. So depending where you are in the world, it could be happening the night before or the night after. The moon will conjunct Jupiter in Cancer here on your fifth house. And as we know, Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces. Okay, so you have the modern ruler, which is Neptune, but you have the ancient ruler, which is Jupiter. It's a benefic planet, but Jupiter is exaltation. Jupiter expands whatever it touches. And when it's with the moon, it expands your emotions, all right? So it can be good, it can be also be overwhelming at times. It can be over feeling things, it can be overthinking, and it might be a bit too much. So your feelings are bigger, definitely. could be warmer and more generous. In your fifth house could be with romance, with your children, with your hobbies, with things that bring some pleasure, recreation, creativity, entertainment. Those are the themes. And yeah, it's love, it's family, it's comfort, it's all of that. It's emotional abundance. But again, as I said, if you wake up in the morning and I don't know, something happens that you are not in a positive state of mind, or it can also bring that into a bigger feeling. Um, then we have the sun in Taurus, sextile Neptune. That's an ongoing energy that we talked about. That's intuitive flow, could be guiding the day. You're not forcing things, you're feeling them through, feeling your way through them. It's very good for creativity. Once again, intuition. Yeah. And we have Venus conjuncting Uranus at building to exact. So here comes the spark. Okay. There is unexpected attraction, sudden shifts in feelings, desire for freedom, or surprises, communication. Anything, it could be, again, third house, as I said, is the house of communication, but it's also neighborhood and your siblings. So there, expect some surprises here. Yeah, there will be some surprises for sure. And then we have the moon sextiling Venus and Uranus later on, yeah, in the evening. So now there will be not only surprises, but also there'll be some emotions. It's like the emotional body welcomes the change. Yeah, it feels good. It feels uncertain before, but now it feels exciting. I feel super excited. It's open to new experience, new people, new feelings. Fifth house, creativity, recreation, procreation, entertainment, romance, raw hobbies, children, playfulness. Yeah, the house of pleasure. So that's a good. With Venus, the planet of love, beauty in arts. It's a really some very good surprise. Yeah. It might be something that you didn't even expect. Like you're like, oh my God, like a proposal, or I don't know, that guy that broke your heart a year ago just show up and say, hey, listen, I couldn't stop thinking about you. Let's get together. Let's get back together. Anything, but it's a positive surprise. So you're first like, what? And then it feels good. Friday, Friday, 24th. Now the energy shifts again, and suddenly you're back in the world. Well, with all those surprises, you're a little bit dreamy, like, oh my God, it's too good to be true. Now Venus entered Gemini in your fourth house. So love gets a lot lighter and faster and more curious here. It's in your house of family and roots. And yeah, Venus in Gemini is very flirtatious about conversations and options as well. It's very good if you're looking for connection, stimulation, and fun. And here at home, in your private life, family, heritage, psychological foundation, subconscious patterns, those are all real estate, land and real estate. Those are all themes for the fourth house. And we have the moon entering Leo. Now the heart wants to be seen. Now the confidence is rising, emotions become more expressive, there is desire to enjoy life again. And yeah, then at 5 in the morning, the moon will be trining your ruler, Neptune. So the day starts very soft, it's good. It's in the morning. It's at 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. You're gonna be sleeping and around 5 a.m. So creativity is high, but that's all about your dreams. You might have some downloads, something, just write down. Sleep with a notebook next to you or write down in the morning your dreams. There might be um some messages there. And at 9 a.m., the moon will be opposing Pluto. Then that brings a little bit of intensity. So there is power dynamics, emotional trigger, and the moon is in your sixth house. Yeah, it's the house of your work and health. Is your routines, and your 12th house, which is the opposition, is your subconscious. So one is is your service to the world. The other one is the inner service, is to yourself, is your subconscious mind. Is self-transcendence, is self-sacrifice. So one is basically sacrifice to the world, and the 12th is your self-sacrifice. So there is two energies that are opposing each other. Um, and then what else? What did I write? Okay, oppose Neptune, oppose the in the afternoon, the moon now will trine. It's gonna make all the alignments again. Remember to those planets first, Saturn and then Mars. That's when stability returns first around in the afternoon, around 2 p.m., where emotional maturity kicks in and you regain control. Okay. And in the evening, the moon will trine Mars. Then there is confidence again, and action and momentum, and it's both but expressive energy. Then, yeah. So the day is like you go through a little bit of everything, yeah. Uh, I would say Thursdays, yeah, emotional openness, and Friday night you're back in the power. Saturday morning. Now the week closes with insight and sensitivity and a reality check as well. So at 3 a.m. we have the moon trining Mercury. And again, it's in the middle of the night if you live in Dubai. So, but if you are somewhere else, is when the mind and emotions are flowing together, so you can express what you feel clearly without overthinking. It's great for conversations, for journaling, or yeah, use your mind to use the mind and the heart in alignment. Venus sextile Neptune. Where is Venus? Sorry, I'm tired. It's midnight here. I should be at sleep. But I had to do this last video. Venus sextile Neptune, building to exact on the 26th. So the next day, this energy will be stronger, but it's already happening. And I always say, like, this energy between the two of them is like finding your muse, finding your perfect, or dreaming about the perfect love. And this could be your perfect love, could be at home or where you come from, yeah, or it's something that feels very familiar to you. Um, it's also a very good alignment for spirituality, for saying your prayers, for communicating your your thoughts, or your desires, what you want to achieve in life, with money, in your family, or yeah, or you might meet someone here if you're single, or I don't know, that it's a connection that feels very spiritual. Creativity is here is also very heightened, I would say. But remember that Neptune can blur some lines as well. So it's beautiful for inspiration, but not always for clarity. And then the sun in Taurus squares Pluto. Yes, 5 degrees, 5 degrees in Aquarius. So there is a depth here, and it's a tension again between control and surrender, comfort and transformation, self-transformation. This is all internal. 12th house is behind the scenes, is in your core, in your, and the sun here on the third house wants to shine, wants to communicate, wants to go outside. But I think all this transformation is happening in your very deep inside of you, and it will shine later. I think it will come out later, but you might feel a bit like a tug of war here. Something may feel very intense actually and push you out of your comfort zone. And yeah, so that's the vibe. So not everything that feels intense is against you, but yeah, it's here to change you. There is something is changing. And honestly, this is a very strong ending to your week. Yeah, from emotional waves to clarity, expansion, expression, and finally transformation. So this is not a passive week. It's a week that will definitely moves you. Either you're ready or not. My dear Pisces, this is what I have for you, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe since you are new in my channel, and so am I. So I would appreciate your support as well so that I know where I can improve, what I can do better. And this week, for example, I removed the microphone because some people were complaining that the sound was not coming well. I don't know if the microphone from my computer is better. I won't know if you guys comment. Maybe I need to get a third microphone. I have no idea. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.